Esta semana, I am sitting down with one of the hottest artists I've ever laid eyes on. Yes, I mean physically. This girl's hot, y'all. Bodine, la talentosa artista puertorriqueña, boricua, que está rompiendo esquemas con actitud. This girl is sassy. She might be the sassiest artist we've ever sat down with, but not in a bad way. Stay with me. Nuestra conversación empieza como muchas cosas en el reggaetón. Improvise, medio caótica, con risas, spanglish, y esa vibra de estar ensayando en vivo. Pero poco a poco, Bodine nos va llevando a un lugar más profundo. Stay with me. Su formación clásica en piano y composición. Her dreams about making music for film. Y, más que todo, y de lo demás that is honestly staying with me in my heart forever, las batallas que ha tenido que pelear como mujer dentro de una industria que todavía carga con muchas expectativas y limitaciones. The battles that she has to encounter as a woman in this industry. Oh, I relate. Bodine habla sobre lo difícil que es encontrar tu propia voz cuando el sistema te quiere callar, or cuando el sistema literally wants to change your voice while you're recording. Oh, we're going into it. Pero también celebra lo que significa ser genuina, decir lo que quiere decir, y no pedir permiso para existir en el género. You hear that? Women, we are not asking for permission. We're simply out here, we're doing what we need to do, what we have to do, and we're existing exactly as we want. I know that's fucking right. Hablamos de mujeres en reggaetón, de las que están abriendo caminos, de lo que falta por hacer y de cómo la fuerza femenina sigue empujando la cultura hacia adelante, desde los estudios en Medellín hasta las tarimas globales. This episode is not just an interview or conversation, íntima, llena de música, memoria y poder femenino. So get ready to laugh, to reflect, and to vibe con nosotras, porque esto es mucho más que un podcast. Esto es cultura viva. This is my conversation with Bodine and my analysis this week. Buckle up, y'all. This week and every week adelante, I can't, y'all. There's so much going on in the world. I cannot, be all artists and rainbows. And I also don't want to separate it either. I do want it as part of the episode. So, every week from this week going forward, we're getting a recap of the news because we need to talk about louder and louder and louder everything that's going on. I'm talking about this president, man, Trump. I'm talking about ICE and these raids. I'm talking about the genocide in Palestine. I'm talking about the increased militarization in Puerto Rico. Everything that's going on in Chicago with Trump and this dique war, Dios mío, and this random-ass bombing in Venezuela towards a boat of dique narcotraficantes that had 11 people on board. Oh, we're gonna get all into it aquí en Reggaeton con la Gata.
Chico, tú no entiendes, eso me duele. Otra gata modelando que te tiene. Y me jode, como ella disfruta. Me da hacer lo que se pasa agarrándose en peine. Puta.
¿Qué es eso, pa' mi gente? Soy Gata, tu gatita favorita. Estamos en Reggaeton con la Gata. Estamos grabando aquí en vivo desde el Clevelander en South Miami Beach. Shout out to Clevelander. Estoy muy emocionada. I'm very excited because I'm interviewing la belleza de
Bodine.
Period. Hey, gorgeous. Thank you for being here.
No, thank you, Gata, for having me here. I'm so excited to be here.
Well, let's get into it. First of all, congrats on your song Titarita. I love it. It's cute. It's
Thank
spicy.
You.
The
it's
outfit.
Spicy. Ooh, you like that one?
The outfit.
Yeah.
Girl, first of all, we have to start there because I was like, oh, fuck yeah. How? Who, what, when, where, how? I want to hear it from you.
That's a great question. I mean, there's some layers to it, but definitely when it comes to my visual part, I always try to find something that is simple, but yet revealing, just right there on the line. We like to go right there on the line.
Okay.
You know? Sexy is the sexy.
Yes. Oh my God, so eso fuiste tú, just so that people understand.
Yeah. I mean, I have someone that I collaborate with, Mario Solares, big shout out from New York, you know. but I tried to find my inspos. For that specifically one, I had the inspo of Ivy Queen.
Okay.
'Cause I love her style, how she came out, and she's the queen.
Yeah.
And period. And so we got a lot of flavors from there. But also, I never mentioned this before, but I'm also very inspired by Lady Gaga.
Okay.
And so she has this moment where she has this caution tape.
I know exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
I did that for Halloween once.
It's such a vibe.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, what if because I feel like Titarita is like a danger moment, feeling dangerous but bossy and, conquering the world. And I was just like, this caution tape moment needs to come for this video. So we put the Titarita on, the caution tape, custom made, and then it was more meant for the video, actually. And then my stylist was like, Bo, let's just wrap you with the Titarita tape. And I'm like, de una, that's it, that's the fit. And we did a fitting. We spray glued it with the hairspray.
Okay.
To stick on the bod. So guys, if you want to do it, just go. It works.
We need a tutorial. I love it.
That's a good idea, tutorial.
Yeah, do it. Do it for the girls. I love it. Oh my God, no. Felicidades. It's really cute, both visually, conceptually, sonically. I like what I'm hearing as well. Like, it's dope. Like, good for you.
Yeah, I think, I try to explain this to artists that that's the fun part, right, about being an artist, that you need to have the patience and the love for finding your pen, finding who you are visually and aesthetically, sonically, and I think that's the game, like who stays and who leaves, and and having that patience game and finding yourself. And I think I'm at that situation right now where I found my pen, I found my aesthetically what I want to represent, and we're having fun with it. Definitely.
Yeah, I love that, and it exudes in your energy también and everything that you're putting out there. So good for you.
Gracias, mi amor. Gracias.
Let's go back. How did you just know, okay, this is what I'm doing. Music is it for me.
Yeah.
What was that like for you? Because it's an audacious move. It's one that I'm making myself right now.
Yeah, no, te entiendo lo que estás diciendo. Entiendo la pregunta a muchos niveles.
Yeah.
I think to go really into that question, I think it's harder to find your music team than actually making the music.
Yes.
And
people who believe in you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think when that happened, that I found my team, that I said, I'm going to do this. But when I found my team, when I found my producers, big shout out to Zay, who was nominated for the Grammys this week, and Black 95. When we connected, then I felt, okay, this is a moment. I'm going to go into this crazy world, because it's a crazy world, Yeah. And since then we clicked, and we've been growing and trusting the process in each other. And I said to myself, I'm going to do this. Que loca.
Love it. I love it. No, you have to have audacity, you have to have confidence, and have to know what you're going to say, or at least have a plan to try to figure it out in the process. So
and be, get exposed in the sense of failure, be ready to fail, be ready to be exposed of like, hey, maybe you're not that great of a writer at the beginning, or understanding what is the best kind of music for your vocal or for your lyrics. And you need to be kind of, ¿cómo se dice? Humilde, como humble in that cierta parte, because you have to fail. Mm-hmm. And so if you're not prepared to go through that, this is not for you, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love your energy, girl. Yeah. I love it. So dime, I love your energy. Like, honestly, it's infectious. Dude, you're not shy.
Oh my God, I'm so shy.
No, you're not.
I actually
No te creo. For y'all who can't see her right now, she's wearing this really cute matched top. Like, I'm not checking out, I swear. This is all platonic, all respectful. But like, no, it's giving, it's giving, I'm here, what's up? And I love that. No, so tell me, because your music, your themes, they like, it's like, I'm realizing like there's like a sort of dichotomy. You have this sort of like, oh, I'm sexy and I'm here, what's up? And it's also like sad girl, like vibe that's going on. And I love it. We love duality. So, Damon, let's talk more about the sad girl. Like,
I noticed that my pen has two sides, or we're really sad or really horny. Like, there's like,
okay. Because girls like sex too. Hello.
Yes, exactly. We love sex. I mean, I celebrate sex. I think it's just important to have a healthy sex life, talk, mental health, everything. And I think what's happening now in music, and more for women, and in reggaeton particularly, I feel that women are just don't give up.
Yeah.
And we're just saying what we want to say and doing what we want to do and show ourselves how we want to do and just being, the boss. And it's so funny. I just came back from Colombia, Medellin, by the way, my first time. That's amazing. Wow.
I can't wait to go.
I mean, I could live there. I'm not kidding. And it was so interesting because I was going from studio to studio and, I was zumbando mi letra. And they're like, no, you should write something like, estoy mirando la luna. Y la atardecer, estoy pensando en ti. I'm like, no. I'm like, ponme el cuatro, arréstame, dame duro, azótame. And they're like, okay, girl, record that. That's fire.
I love it. So you a plan B type of girl?
I think I'm in those vibes right now. I'm in that era, definitely.
Yeah.
And it's total liberating, and I'm embracing it totally. I'm having fun with it for sure.
I'm with it. This is refreshing as fuck. I'm right there with you. You don't even know. No, I love it. I feel so seen. Soy gata y quien inspiró ese nombre fue Gata Uva. Mi nombre es Catalina y cuando yo jugaba softball cuando era chiquita, they were like, Catalina, I'm like, that's too long. They're like, Gata, I'm like, that goes. Like, no.
Cute.
Eso con mi obsesión de reggaetón, me pegó ese nombre. Ya mi cumpleaños, ellos no cantan cumpleaños feliz, es Guatauba. I love me some Plan B. When they split in 2018, I was not okay. I'm still not okay.
I'm still not okay,
I'm still not okay.
I mean, guys.
We were so ungrateful.
Uno más.
We were so ungrateful as a culture. They were ahead of their time, and we just truly didn't know El Saoco when it was there in front of us. El Duo del Sex, are you kidding me?
Baby, your taste, impeccable.
We didn't know. Girl, I'm right there with you. I'm trying to tell you, we right here. No, es que, they gave us all the bangers, and this is, sorry, I'm rambling a bit. I'm just so excited. Because I'm oh, finally, someone who gets it. They gave us all the bangers, and it was just honestly really refreshing. This reminded me, side note, of a convo I had with Nicky Jam when he released his song Polvo. I was like, sir, how did we get here? And he was like,
Jam Bobby.
I was looking at all the nasty songs that exist, and he was like, let's go through the concepts. He was like, polvo, echan polvo. I haven't sung about that yet. And I was
You're inspiring me. I have to take some notes here. Wait a second.
I was like, okay, I'm not mad at it.
Hey, I mean, this is the new movement I feel for women, and let me tell you some of my experience trying to really release this type of music that I'm doing.
Please.
Where I even had to switch management because there was a point where I remember right in the beginning, I was recording at the studio, and this manager pulled me aside and he's like, listen, I don't think you should sing or say these things because eso te va a cerrar muchas puertas. And I just said to myself, yeah, but then you're representing the wrong girl because I'm here about...
Good for you.
Yeah, about, romper las barreras, decir lo que yo quiero decir, ser genuina y celebrar lo que es ser mujer y what's wrong with celebrating sex? What's wrong?
I like you.
I don't know what's wrong with that.
I like you.
And it's inspiring to me. And like I said, my pen is those two sides, the sad girl and La Bellaca girl, and long story short, I fired him.
Okay. Honestly,
Really?
if it don't work, the first reggaeton, soy historiadora, lo que yo hago sí es contar la historia del reggaetón, educar a la gente sobre la historia del reggaetón, y la primera canción perreo para tocar en los charts fue un perreo, fue Papi Chulo de Lorna, and that was in Switzerland.
No
So
in Switzerland?
In Switzerland.
I didn't even know this.
So in Poland, if I'm not mistaken. But the point is, internationally, you cannot play that song over there and people chill. People go nuts.
Yeah.
And they don't even know what she's saying.
No, but they're vibing.
But, and they se identifica sexualmente. So it's look, on this note of sex being commercial, being acceptable, that's a whole different ballpark. And then también being able to perform well, people want it. You know, like, I'm so with you. I love your attitude because it's like, women like sex, you know?
It's just la realidad.
I love it personally.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck. Like,
Gaga, yes.
Yo no soy de que shy. I'm not. I love it.
No. You know, I think it's so much fun, like I said, and I feel honored to be in just this part of music and this time of music con las mujeres que están subiendo ahora, las mujeres latinas, and that's another topic, you know, mujeres latinas. I just wish really que la comunidad sea mucho más fuerte. Like, ahora mismo salió lo de Farina hablando de Karol G, and that was spicy to me because, you know, personally, I don't know ninguna de las dos. Soy fan de las dos. Pienso que las dos traen cosas increíbles a la mesa. They both have their flavors. They both have their, you know, su punto de vista, su visión. Es increíble. Like, I'm dying for their collab, by the way.
Yeah,
I hope after this salgan con collab así perrísimo. But, you know, like, hearing something like that, es como que I hope que nadie lo tome a mal, especially Karol, because I love Karol. I just hope that this is more like an awareness for all the female artists into coming together y en verdad trabajar y colaborar, and that understanding that there's enough space. A la vez, yo entiendo some girls that they're having troubles with this. Te explico. No quiero como que defenderlas, pero a la misma vez es como que it's not easy. Definitivamente entrar a esta industria y que te escuchen y que quieran seguir tu visión y tu línea. Mayormente siendo mujer entrando a la industria, they have a vision for you. They have songs for you of like, you should sing this or do that, como lo que expliqué ahorita con el manejo. And so I just think that this what just happened it's spicy and it's kind of como que, oh my God, ooh.
I think it's necessary too.
It's like necesario para just, not even about them, between them two, but it's more like, girls, come on, let's get together. Like, why are all these reggaetoneros doing like 50 remixes of like 50 guys on it? It's like, ¿dónde están los remixes con todas las gatas? Like, ¿dónde está? We need this, you know?
I approve this message. It's something I've been saying forever. Sí. I really hate this culture of like, there could only be one for this one moment. I'm like, no, man.
Yeah.
She has something to say. She has something to say. You know who don't think like this? Men. Men don't think like this. They take all the space, and that's where they make all the money. Okay. And then we're bickering, and then it's like, you know, it's so many layers. And then, don't get me wrong, hay muchos casos en donde el hombre también está entremetido en asuntos que tienen que ver con mujeres y lo hace complicado, and that's aggravating también. Sí. So I'm with that 100% because it's like, in 2024, 2025, we're still doing this.
Pero se siente el cambio.
Yeah.
Se siente el cambio.
Yes.
The
tide is changing.
Yeah, the tide is changing.
Definitely, I am happy on the same note, positiva, like, there's a Farina in this world. It's a Karol G, La Guru, shout out to La Guru, who I'm now becoming obsessed with.
Yes.
There's a Bodine, there's right now. You know, hay muchas mujeres, Noah, like, todas que están subiendo ahora, matando la liga, Toquisha, you know, who has opened a lot of doors, you know. And it's like, also on this same note, I really love your attitude también, because why do we have to be perfect out the gate?
Oh, ese es otro tema que we can be here hasta mañana, mami, o sea.
You know, this expectation, you know, I've had some cantazos bien duro where when I started in this industry, I would say I'm lucky, and at the same time, maybe not that lucky. You know, I'll explain this why I'm saying this is because I got invited to record with these huge compositores and recording artists and producers. I'm telling you, huge, you know. But la verdad es como que empecé en la industria like right there. You know, super rookie. If I would walk into a cabina para grabarme, I would be so nervous. I'd be sweating everything on my body, you know. And I remember I absolutely failed. I didn't write well. I didn't, no chanté bien, no proyecté bien, no canté bien. Y me acuerdo que I left, that session was from 1 in the morning until 6 in the morning. Oh, wow.
And I remember coming back home feeling as such a failure, as such a, you know, and the harsh part of everything is that it was all surrounded by men, and because of the expectation and the high expectation of me, like romperla from day one, and that moment of not allowing me fail and giving some faith in me and taking their time en pulirme and subirme, because you know you can tell when talent is there, you know. And no, the rejection was big. The trash talk was really bad.
Really?
I can go. It was really hard. No, I'm happy it happened, because ¿qué uno hace? If you really want to stay in this industry, uno aprieta.
Sí.
Yo apreté y yo me puse para lo mío y dije, ey, me van a comer los dulces, yo tengo que estar ready, hay que estar preparado. And that's how, you know, lo que te expliqué de principio, like you need to humble yourself and allow yourself to fail y entender que there's going to be expectations, and you need to be perfect in this and this and that way, and you need to be able to dance like this and do that. But the only way to get to excellence is actually pasar un trágate tierra al frente de la gente 1000 veces, you know?
No, it's a very vulnerable process. Good for you for having that actitud, like the way you got lejísimo, because it's like, no, I mean, literally, I love your energy, girl. Like, honestly, I'm literally living right now. I love all of this. We'll be right back right after these messages, así que no se muevan. That's going through my head, because we've danced around it as a topic, but we haven't, gone there. It's like this idea of the objectification of women, right? It's different. I'm just so stuck on like this expectation and like reggaeton so machista, and now women are like, I like to moan, and men are like, you can only moan if we say we want you to moan. You know what I mean? It's like, first of all, I'm thinking about, sorry, I'm rambling a bit, I'll get to the point, but I'm thinking about when I interviewed Wisin, right? He was like, the ones who actually dictate where reggaeton is going is actually the women, because imagínate los fiestas de Marquesina, right? Si las mujeres no están bailando y no están jalando los hombres, the party's dead.
It's done,
right? Yeah. It's the women who validate what reggaeton is good, which one is danceable, which one people are going to like gravitate towards, and the men really do follow us on the whole like cisgender, like, whatever. I often think of it in a queer sense, because yo estoy peleando.
No, exactly.
Whatever.
Exactly.
Pero no, on this note of like objectification, like it's different when women own that power versus when it's assigned to us of like it's like we're dolls, right? Of like, mira, tú debes de estar like, I'm stuck on that part that you told me earlier. Like you have to be like who are you?
That is really real. But there's so many layers of this topic that I could talk here until tomorrow, really. The thing is, mira, por lo menos mi experiencia personal, though, how I started in the industry was exactly like that. Y lo digo, pero for some artists, hey, it works out and they're super successful,
Yeah.
But it was literally, I would walk in the room and it'd be like, this is the record, learn this record, come back next week, Wednesday. You're going to record this record. This is going to be the video. This is how the producer, this is the people that we're going to use, the director for this video. And this is how it's going to look like. And this is what we want for you. This is the whole plan. Now, like I said, for some artists, it's super, super successful and it works and it's global and great. And that artist is happy being that kind of artist. But I feel that with today, everything going on and how many artists are out there releasing music and being active and showing everything, you just need to have it all. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You need to know cómo escribir. You need to know cómo cantar, cómo chantear. You need to understand production, cómo producir la música, ¿entiendes? You need to understand who your team is. Like I said in the beginning, like si tú no tienes equipo que te defienda y que vaya a la guerra contigo, you know, and that's another thing. That's why I love my producers, because I've walked in rooms where other producers and other songwriters are dictating me, like, no, quita eso, ese ad-lib de, quítalo. And I'm like, no, I want that. I'm there, okay?
Yeah.
And then my producers come in and it's like, no. Escúchala a ella.
Yeah.
Siéntate, cállate. You know?
Lit.
So, I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but really, like, ellos me defienden, van a la guerra conmigo. And so, eso es importante, tener un equipo así. And I've worked for that, to find people that understand my vision y que se atrevan a hacer, you know, lo que estoy tratando de hacer. So, like I said, it's just about el equipo que cree en ti, el equipo que confía en ti, that doesn't want to step on your toes, push you out of the margen, and seguir rompiéndola, you know, be consistent.
Una depre cabrona, no se me nota, suena la joda, role la coca, aunque no se me nota, por dentro rota, me dejaste tú por otra, en las balas que me siento tan idiota.
No, in regards to that question, is it a good or bad thing? Time will tell, but more importantly, like, I can't see it as a bad thing. Like, we need more people in our corner.
Yeah, we need, yeah.
Una cosa que quiero notar, eres una mujer bella, claro, talentosa, claro, y con cráneo, inteligente. Y a little birdie told me, maybe Valentina, that you studied engineering, right?
My dream was to make music para película. Yo siempre he querido como que do, you know, scoring y toda esa vuelta para las películas. Yo me metí al conservatorio en Puerto Rico, en Miramar, and I studied classical piano, but I went for composición como tal. And so, it's a serious discipline, you know, and if it wasn't for that, I think that's really my core and why I am in music. I love being a creative, and I love bringing those roots into what I do. It's definitely great to have those tools.
Would you recommend more women get into the technical aspect of the production of their music?
Yeah, I mean, I produce with my two guys. I'm not behind the computer, like, technically, but I'm very aware of what progression they're playing, what key they're on. Maybe we need 2 keys up, 1 key down. Effects. This looks good. Put it underwater. Filter here. Put a rich girl there. I know some keywords that are just very important. And to be fair, that was taught from the street.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And
we love Hood University.
Yeah, no, and that's la escuela verdadera.
Yeah.
To be sure. I mean, tengo herramientas excelentes, you know, que le doy gracias a Dios, gracias a mami for that opportunity. Pero bueno, en action es que uno de verdad aprende todo.
Bolin, I appreciate that. And thinking back to, like, you know, Sad Girl, right?
Okay, we're going back to Sad Girl. Yes.
No, there's like a beauty to the emotional intelligence that exudes from your music, and it's giving, you're very tapped in with your health. Like, how does Bolin take care of Bolin? Like, what does that look like?
I always recommend, because my moon is in Scorpio.
Okay.
So I have my dark.
We got a horoscope girl here. Okay.
Yes.
Wait, doesn't that mean your birthday just passed?
I actually did. Yeah.
Felicidades.
Gracias, mi amor. I just think that my thing really is to be as much as busy as possible. The more busier I am, I think the healthier I am mentalmente, emotionally, physically, because I have no time to look at my phone, look at socials. I have no time to listen to people telling me things to put me down because I'm just busy. I'm winning. I'm moving. I'm making my moves.
Eyes on the prize.
And eyes on the prize. And the busier I am recording, making videos, traveling, doing shows. I actually just booked another show today, so I'm just so happy.
Okay. Let's go, money.
Yes. So the busier I am, the healthier and happier I feel. Pero mi musa de dolor y ese sad girl que tú ves de mí, Pienso que definitivamente es una parte muy genuina and deep for me. It doesn't show up all the time, but I think when it does show up, it's special. I'm not really a romantic girl.
Yeah, me neither. Okay.
So yeah. That's kind of like my romantic part, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just how you tap into your feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Look, I'm not a romantic girl either.
I love it. Cheers to that.
I can appreciate a química and why. I can appreciate Yo te quiero, wisin and then.
Yes.
There are these cute moments, but de que, oh my God, mi amor, que yo no sé, las nubes y el cielo, and like, I'm not that person. Maybe it's because I'm single, I don't know, most likely, but like, that's not who I am. I'm more so like, I'm right there with you with the whole flambe. But okay.
Exactly.
I feel like you feel me. Oh, my dear. Thank you so much for being here, Reggaeton con la Gata. This was a ball.
Gata, muchas gracias por tenerme. Esto es solamente el comenzar, ya tú sabes.
I'm rooting for you.
Gracias, mi amor.
And we will be rooting for you también, mi gente. Estamos aquí en Reggaeton con la Gata. Hasta la próxima. Chao. We'll be right back right after these messages, así que no se muevan. Mis corazones. Let's get into some analysis. Ahora mismito. All right. Trump has been shifting the floor from underneath us since the start of his second term. Let's get into it. I'd be impressed if I wasn't so disgusted. Buckle up. I'm going to rip him a new one. The president has effectively been carrying out the agenda detailed by Project 2025, which was curated by a cohort of conservatives of all backgrounds. The truth is, si vamos a hablar claro, that for us radicals or progressives, our highlights, like, oh my God, we're moving forward, we're moving the needle forward, our highlights in that sense have truly affected the ego of these people to the point that they organize. And I'll say again, I'd be impressed if I wasn't so disgusted. Me da asco. This is not where I compare what's going on with the plot of The Handmaid's Tale, which, for the record, it is so white for people to look at this current situation and go, as far as to compare the two, I would laugh if I wasn't so infuriated. Like, let's be freaking for real. White women, blanquitas, I'm talking to you white Latinas as well. I want you to recognize that what's funny about all of this, the Handmaid's Tale, like, rhetoric online is that the author, Margaret Atwood, she made this book or this fiction based off of inspiration of stuff that's happening in real life. So instead of fearing the lore, how about you just tap into like stopping these things in real life? Like, look at the people of color around you and say, I can get involved in this. Like, go get a cause. In 2025, I need people to go pick a cause. Moving forward. And in an example, I mean, because I could say that and people are like, oh, tú eres loca. Yo no soy loca. Case in point, let's think about the pregnant black lady from Alabama, forgive me, I don't remember her name right now, who died and who was hooked up to machines against her family's wishes and whose body was mutilated so her baby could be born at like 2 pounds. If you need more examples, you're not paying attention at all to what's going on to people of color, and this is my exact point. Y en adelante, the Supreme Court. Ay, mi madre. The Supreme Court ruled that people can be discriminated against according to their accents or how they look. So it's open season in an even more grandiose way. A cascade of high-profile decisions from the U.S. Supreme Court has unfolded, and just today, the court lifted restrictions on roving immigration patrols in Los Angeles, effective support for aggressive ICE tactics criticized as racial profiling. Simultaneously, Chief Justice Roberts issued a temporary stay, allowing the Trump administration to freeze nearly $5 billion in foreign aid. Additionally, it's just the gift that keeps on giving. The court agreed to fast-track Trump's appeal of global tariffs, aiming for oral arguments in early November. Oh my God. ICE is leveraging enforcement tools beyond arrests. What does that mean? Well, as of September 9th, Attorneys reported that ICE has revived a little-used 1996 law to issue fines and lawsuits aimed at pressuring migrants to self-deport. This marks a shift toward legal and financial coercion as part of its expanded enforcement strategies. But that's not done just yet. In Chicago, ¿cuál es el beef que Trump tiene con Chicago, el alcalde? Explícame. Explain it to me like I'm 5, please. Because federal immigration enforcement, Dios, is ramping up under Operation Midway Blitz, or de ahora, beginning September 9th, ICE and DHS agents descended on Lawndale, making 3 arrests tied to suspected Tren de Aragua gang activity. So he's really beating on this drum, y'all. What I'm talking about is, I'm sure y'all saw that bombing that happened in Venezuela by way of the president, talking about he needed to kill 11 narcotraficantes who were on a boat. First of all, since when did we need a bomb to get rid of a narcotraficante? I don't remember the United States using those type of tactics when Pablo Escobar was around or Griselda Blanco. All of a sudden, we need a bomb to get rid of 11 people. You know what that really is, mi gente? And I'll go ahead and just say it. It's giving, let's normalize the ideology or the idea or the visual of Trump just like using bombs at free will in the name of national security. Since when do we need to bomb 11 narcotraficantes when we have boats with guns? Like, what on earth? But, okay, ya no adelante, Dios mío. Tren de Aragua activity? He's really going to beat on this drum and, like, try to make this gang bigger than what it is in the name of, like, using bombs. All right. Meanwhile, protests erupted downtown in LA with around 200 demonstrators blocking traffic and urging resistance. Que siga la revolución. Local churches have also rallied congregants to stay calm yet prepared, offering support amid fears of widespread arrest or National Guard deployment. Mi madre. On the note of Venezuela, tensions escalate between the U.S. and Venezuela. Venezuela is boosting troop deployments across coastal and border regions from 10,000 to 25,000 personnel. Esto fue lo que él quería. Like, let's irritate them so that they'll retaliate so that when we go in and we kill them all or whatever, it's like, oh, well, it was justified. They did this, so I'm doing that. Why do we start problems? Like, why? Oh my God. This move comes shortly after a U.S. naval strike, as I mentioned just now, that killed 11 on a suspected drug vessel and amid continued U.S. military buildup in the Caribbean. Despite the friction, Venezuela's foreign minister insists his country does not seek conflict with the United States. God help us all. Palestina, que viva Palestina libre, carajo. The narrative around Israel's actions in Gaza has sharpened this week. Cuándo no? It's been a continuous escalation since October 7th, but of course, since 1948. Lo que saben, saben. Y si tú no sabes, ve haga tu diligencia, coñazo. The International Association of Genocide Scholars, comprising leading experts, released a resolution declaring Israel's conduct constitutes genocide under international law. Mi gente, it's really crazy to me that, like, it's like written in blood in so many ways. Courtesy of, Israel, we're seeing babies decapitated. We're seeing babies looking under rubble for their parents. We're looking at parents looking under rubble for their babies. We're looking at a literal Category 5 famine. But we need, like, these sort of institutional declarations regarding what a genocide is or isn't. To me, eso me parece una locura, because despite heavy criticism that's occurring globally, Israel, parece que ellos pueden hacer lo que le dé la gana. So I just, in 2025, genuinely, as a journalist, as a truth seeker, as a humanitarian, as a humanist, I just don't understand, if we're not going to respect legality and all of the different laws that he's broken according to the International Criminal Court, then what good is it that we're declaring this a genocide? I'm not denouncing it. I'm saying, like, why are we caving into these things when it's very clear that this course of action is not functional? Okay, I'm gonna move on because I could speculate all day. Israel has issued a mass evacuation order for Gaza City ahead of a major military operation, heightening fears for civilians, compounding the humanitarian crisis. Israel's Supreme Court mandated provision of proper nutrition to Palestinian detainees after litigation revealed dangerous deprivation in prisons. Again, it's very nice for this to be written in black and white so that years from now, when there are conversations regarding who was responsible and who committed which atrocity, they can go back and say, oh, well, we were paying attention to this. You see, we mandated proper nutrition. It's like, I don't know. I really am wondering where the shame comes in all of this. The war in Gaza, oye ahora, is it a war if they don't have like an actual, like an army, an armed force recognized by the sovereign state? Is it a war? It's not giving that, mi gente. Continues to escalate on multiple fronts, legally, militarily, and morally. And lastly, Puerto Rico is witnessing a rapid and controversial uptick in U.S. military presence. The militarization on the island is getting a little bit crazy, y'all. The week before last, a high-profile visit by Defense Secretary Hegseth and General Kane underscored ongoing amphibious training by the 22nd MU, while the island braces for deployment of F-35 jets, warships, and over 1,000 Marines. Though officials frame this as part of counter-narcotics operations, many islanders perceive it as a return to militarization, voicing deep protests over sovereignty, environmental risk, and the island's treatment as a strategic military hub. Did you guys know, this is a historian in me speaking, that the first time that the United States deployed a bomb on its own soil, it was in Puerto Rico? I think Puerto Ricans have a very valid reason to be upset. I think that there's precedent for this. I just don't think that this is a time to be passive, mi gente. If you got something to say right now, say it. If you have an ánimo para protestar, vete para la calle. Yo sé que muchos están escuchando esto like, coño, comenzamos con Bodina y ahora estamos aquí. Mi gente, these are very dire times. I want to make it a point to recap what's going on in the world, give my take on it, and more importantly, just let y'all know that I actually give a damn on what's going on in the world. Because if we don't care, at the very least, oh my God, help us all. Pues sí, mi gente, that's all I got for La La La. Please let me know what you think. Y sí. Mis corazones, you know what time it is. It's time para las flores. Reggaeton con la Gata is an iHeartMedia production, co-executive produced by Nuria Annette of Shake It Easy Media. Te quiero. Our producer is Grace Gonzalez. Te quiero. Our engineer, Javi Vibes. Te quiero. And the show is edited by Joaquin Kotler. Te quiero. Shout out to my production assistants, Kayla Eccleston and Naomi Acevedo. I am your host, La Gata. See you right here next week on the iHeartRadio app.
Esa carita la conozco, la pone cuando te alboroto y te dejo el coco loco. Mucha culpa al loro coco, todavita por mi color. A todito lo pongo a mí, pero a poco le hago el favor.